Hello, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. It's good to be back, and it's good to, well, talk. Hopefully I don't bore you this time. I am Umbu Knight, and welcome to my video. For those of you who've been here before, sit back, relax, hear me talk, or just, I don't know, play while the music plays in the background. Any case, for those of you who are new here, I draw, I make videos of artworks, and stream as video games on Friday every so often. So those of you who are barely learning this, I got my Twitch up and running. I stream as much as on every Friday, Friday evening. Not precisely an exact time, you know, because life. But I've been streaming this video game coverage of Monster Hunter Wilds, one of my favorite games. Anyways, getting back to the video here. Today's character art video is one of a handful of art videos of characters for a future project, a webcomic series, and a basic rundown. The webcomic series is the anthology series. We're going to be following a multitude of characters. This is one of them. This character's name is Fang. And well, so this video is the whole process of me designing this character. A little brief synopsis of this anthology series. It's a fantasy-based series, fantasy adventure. Kind of like, well, not kind of like. Think of the Mighty Nine as Vox Machina, you know, with Critical Role done, using D&D to create their own fantasy setting story, right? True, that's when it comes to the shows, not just the D&D gameplay that they've done, but that idea of using as one of the tabletop RPGs settings as a framework for their stories. So what I'm using is Daggerheart's Critical Role's own tabletop RPG. I really love Daggerhearts. I love it very much. And well, to give off the character's name, his name is Fang. He is a Katari, aka Catfolk, in the Daggerheart setting. If you want to go with classes wise, he is technically a brawler, a martial artist subclass for the brawler. Those of you who know, thank you. But well, it was a really fun project of just designing this character. But there's still lots I need to get my hands understanding of. And his story is not that big, but it's not that small either. To this point here, I've been like conflicted on his costuming, you know. The only three traits I remember saying when I was doing his costume, his outfit, was Kung Fu Fighter, Mercenary, Traveler, and that's it. At least those three I remember the most. I might say them more. Yeah. Anyhow, case so. When I finally figured and set with an idea, in my head I kept wanting to give him like these frills on his feet. A nod and a reference to the Chinese ceremonial lion dances. Looked them up. They, two guys, operate a movable puppet-like head with a cape slash cowl flowing backwards, covering both the front guy and the guy behind the other dude, right? But to give the illusion that they're animals, they wear these frill, like furry as boots slash leggings with the pants connected to it, to give the idea of like animal-like legs, animal-like feet, you know. Pretty cool stuff in the end, and I just wanted to give him that, you know, because he's a tiger. Hell, even his shield, which FYI, you're going to see it pop up later down the video. I gave him a shield as his main weapon. He's a hand-to-hand combat fighter, but he has a shield as his weapon. I really wanted to play with that idea, you know, like wanted to add my own spin on how you fight with a shield. No idea how it's going to turn out when I actually get to that point, but I'm excited, nervous, and all types of worry. At this point, I also have no idea for a hairstyle. Fang was giving me trouble.
Getting used to quiet when the noise dies down. I can see the damage when I look around, but I'm still here breathing, so I'm here for now. If I could step outside my head and tell myself what I know now. Find something you believe in. Find someone who will leave when everything you build starts breaking down. Find a place you can.
At this point, I got a costume, doing just a base messy clarification, configuration, I don't know what to call this segment. Other than me just actually drawing out the character. And FYI though, by the time this video is being made, I haven't fully decided on the proper details of the character, you know, from his actual costume, from the extra stuff, and also I know I didn't post up a video that's last week, well I think it was last week, I could be wrong, but I just wanted to make sure this video came out good and it was more than above and beyond, you know. Whew. So much craziness for this one character. Hell, I don't even like how messy the sketch came out, but at the same time, I will accept the messy sketch because it tells me I got something. I'm going for something, and I'm aiming at something, and I have something to show. Not the best, not the prettiest, very ugly, very basic, not gonna lie. Ugh. But to add more details to the story, I probably said it before, it's an anthology series. It's a webtoons comic, so it's going to come out on webtoons. When I do have the first chapter, release the first few chapters up for the webtoons comic, I will post it up through YouTube. You know, we'll put a little post there, or hell, as show off a link, show off a video with the link to the video, to as the webtoons comic. You know, as I said earlier, it's a fantasy, it's an anthology series. This is one of the characters for a story within the anthology series. Further details It's set in the same world as a base reference of what type of fantasy idea you're going to be expecting, or should not totally expect, but totally catch like the drift of, is from the Daggerheart universe, quote unquote. And I'm adding things from the Daggerheart rulebook, its frameworks that they have. Again, those of you who know Daggerheart, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't, too much detail other than the core rulebook for the first one they released. There's another one coming out in the spring, late spring, early summer. They have made frameworks, aka campaign settings, for you to play in Daggerheart if you don't want to make something up brand new, or you want to use something from their stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Just a reference, not reference, but just as extra things to say about it. I'm adding the Drylands Colossus mechanic. I've also been going to add as the quote unquote Umbra mechanic, and I'm debating on adding Motherboard, but for so far, Colossus and Umbra, and of course my own mechanic in here as well. But mostly going to keep to those ideas. In any case, so thank you for watching this video, guys. We're coming to the end of it, and I hope you liked it. Just to let you know, there's gonna be more videos about this series, more characters to show off. Thank you for coming by. Hope you love it. Till next time, dream not of today.
In the silver glow of the cityscape, dreams with